notification.
There we go. Sweet. All right, sweet. We're live. Hello, everybody. Patreon Hangout number 4 for May. And if I can squeeze one, maybe we'll do a 5th one after this weekend. We'll see. But this is number 4, and I actually have my preview window like yelling, 10 seconds of what I just said back at me. So I got to kill that. There we go. Okay, we're much better. Hanging out with a bunch of people. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well today.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Oh yeah, doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Fall asleep.
We were talking right before we went live about walking through bad neighborhoods late at night, and I was going to mention, but it was time to go live, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just do it live on here." I think I've told this story maybe once before in a Patreon Hangout, but I did once walk through. It's called it's the Irish something. It used to be where all the Irish in New Orleans live, but now it's a ghetto. It's a really bad ghetto. And I was walking through there late one night because I was heartbroken. I just gotten dumped by my girlfriend. I was drunk out of my mind. I passed out on my friend's couch, woke up, still drunk, and decided I'm going to go walk home. The rain's pouring and shit. It's a terrible scene. Middle of the night, maybe 3 a.m. in the morning. Rain's dumping. It's not really like just the regular kind of rain or even like just the regular New Orleans kind of rain. It's the rain that hits so heavy you can't really see anything. It's just wash. Everything is just water coming down. And as I'm stumbling, I see these 2 guys come out from their porches. I see 2 guys on each side of me, and I look back, and there's 2 guys behind me, and they start walking up to me, closing in on me because I'm walking down the middle of the street. I'm heartbroken. I'm an emotional wreck. I don't care. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to die. Whatever. I don't care. Life's over anyway. She dumped me. So the lead guy walks up to me, and I hear him. He starts to say something, but I can't hear it over the rain. And as he gets close, he gets within like 6 feet of me. He stops, and he like holds his hand out, and he looks, and he leans in to like look at me, and my hair's all hanging in my face, and I look like the world took a giant shit on me. And the dude just looks at me, kind of gets this realization in his eyes, like I'm having the worst night ever, and he goes, "Nah, get out of here," and just lets me go by.
Oh.
Yep.
Even
Guy's ass might improve his night.
Nice.
Irish channel. Yes, it was the Irish channel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Irish channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was.
I would say it's near. I can't even pronounce it correctly. Grenada. And I lived in Louisiana. Yeah, that.
Gretna.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
so.
didn't live in South Louisiana though.
Yeah. Is in I was walking from like Chapatulas towards fucking Magazine Street through the Irish Channel, and it was bad. It was bad place.
No, my husband lived in Gonzales, but he was down there when Katrina hit.
He lived in Gonzales?
And, yeah, and from 99 till 06. He lived in
That's where I broke down. I broke down in Gonzales.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot better. Like, I'll tell everybody, that's a lot better than like New Orleans, Baton Rouge. Like, Gonzales is okay. But he was there during Katrina, and he was in the Army when Katrina hit. So he's one of those people that had to go out and clean stuff up. And he's told me a lot about it. He's like, yeah, the way they talk about what happened with the 9th Ward, yeah, that's not how that went. And the way that they talk about how they just wanted help, yeah, that's not how that went. So
no. The whole thing was portrayed really differently on television than how it actually was down there. It was like, fucked up.
He said one of the days that they were out going around trying to get power to everything, they had the power company out, and there were dudes just down below them shooting at them, so they had to shoot back. And he's like, I don't know why they were shooting at us, but
yeah, that's fucking nuts.
It was bad.
Yep. I wasn't there during Katrina. I got there very, very shortly after, because I went down to try and get a job doing relief work, and then I found out that all the relief jobs were brought in from out of state. Different states had relief workers. So I ended up having to cook for a living instead. But, the cool part about being a cook, especially on the edge of Pigeon Town, the fucking ghetto, was that I got to hear all of the like unfiltered true stories of what it was like during the hurricane and like immediately thereafter. And what the people described was basically like Mad Max in a subtropical city that was like flooded over.
Oh, wow, shit.
It was fucked up.
It was bad.
You mean it was pre-fire festival?
So.
Yeah, it was, it was like Fire Festival if they had let those rich people stay there for 3 days and they started eating each other, you know, and they all had guns.
Yeah.
My cooking, the woman who taught me how to cook, her name was Miss Denise. Miss Denise was wonderful, but she had been a hardcore alcoholic most of her life. She'd gotten sober right before Katrina for about 6 months, and then Katrina happened. Like, that was it. She's back on the sauce. But she had this crazy story. She had a 2-story house, and so during the hurricane, she had to stay on the 2nd story because the water, it filled up 7 feet on the bottom floor. So she's stuck inside of her house. When the water finally receded, she goes out onto her porch and she's smoking a cigarette and drinking some bourbon. And she sees this guy walking with a wheelbarrow down the street. He's got all these garbage bags piled into it. And as he's walking, he hits a rock and a fucking arm goes thunk and falls out of the wheelbarrow hanging there.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so he grabs it and he sticks it in and he looks around and he looks up and he sees her and he does this.
What would make that story even better if he would have said, "Bring out your dad."
Yeah. That'd have been good.
Or it's just like, you're hungry?
Why wait?
Wait. This is the presidente? Are you the really?
Depends. Do I owe you money?
No. You're the guy who always talks to me,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah, that's me.
Mm.
I'm very sorry.
Nice to finally hear your voice. Cool.
Well,
So
Prince, now you know who the pin for the child support money.
There you go.
Damn it.
I have to warn you, Prince, my video that's coming out here in a couple hours, I do speak Spanish really badly again. Like, really badly.
Yay,
Really?
bad Spanish.
Yay, bad Spanish.
What you should do is record those in English, then send them to her, and then have her overdub it.
No, it's totally on purpose, though. It's totally on purpose. I speak horrible Spanish in the video, but then there is Spanish that is spoken in the video by somebody else, sort of. That's really good because I did get a buddy of mine to not only like translate things for me, but he would record himself saying it with the inflections, and then I would mimic it and record the vocals for the person that's not me speaking.
Good.
Yep.
Fantastic. Oh, shit. I am so excited. Read about the challenge?
So excited.
Which challenge?
The Skeptic Challenge?
Is what?
Is it like a physical challenge?
The Skeptic Challenge that nobody's going
I
to do?
wrote the challenge for him, but I think he didn't read it because he never reads anything I write for him.
Here, let me see. You're so catty. I swear to God. You're so
I wrote
catty.
it for him, but
Alright,
never reads anything I
You love it,
write.
though.
So
let me see.
What's the skeptic
here.
challenge?
Was it Layman that set out the Skeptic Challenge?
No, it was-
What does he have to leapfrog over like 10 Bibles or?
I heard
No,
the last
something about
two,
doing a video on something you don't agree with.
I heard the last two did the Skeptic Challenge with Thunderfoot and Sargon, so maybe not.
You want me to? Oh, about yerba, about mate?
Yes. Are you
You want
going
me-
to do it?
I don't know. Maybe I could probably do that. It might be something fun to do, like just
I
stick
want you
around.
to explain. I want
You
you
want
to
me-
explain to me like I didn't know what you are talking about.
How to brew
do it?
mate.
Oh,
How to do it. I want you to pronounce the things like you should pronounce it. You don't say yerba mate. You say sherba mate.
Sherba?
Yes.
Is
Because
that
that's
like
how
Argent?
you pronounce it.
That's Argentinian pronunciation.
Yes. And
Okay.
you could say Uruguay also does that. But yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I will think about doing that.
Good.
Jesus Christ, Luca Blight, what
I
are you
am so
doing? Why are you don't super chat Patreon streams? It's weird. Chicken tenders. I seriously need to make an account with this name. Prince Adu is still adorable. That's very true.
No, fuck off.
Yep.
Go away.
Actually, she needs more subs. Everybody sub to her.
Yep. She needs
No.
more subs.
Critically unsubbed.
Go
I want
away.
to see her hit 300 subs.
I need more subs again.
Back up to that 50K.
That's what you get when you piss people off, Jeff.
I know. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Wait, how'd you piss
By the
people
way-
off?
Oh,
By the way,
Breathing.
He tried
Yeah,
fucking
Oh yeah, Teal'c, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I have like really been on
Jeff
the
tried to be
the
nice,
last
and Teal'c decided to not be.
few weeks, so
yeah, that was pretty nuts. It was bad timing too,
This
because
is out of
like
fucking nowhere.
I'm gonna hit 50K, yes, and then I hit 50K, and then some people got real mad, and then I was under 50K temporarily. I'll hit 50K
Aw.
again tonight, though. I'm not worried about it. It's fine.
Everybody go on sub right now. Go
Yes.
right now.
We're doing it.
Actually,
We're doing it.
everybody super chat right now. Give Jeff them shekels.
Yes, if he breaks 50K, he's gonna change character.
I need some cream for all the ass hurt that I got from it.
oh my
No, I will.
To
To be honest, I did have a very strong emotional reaction when I went back under 50. It stung. It did sting, but it's because like YouTube is really funny because it's just like, and I can't even explain to you guys how much it's like high school, but it is like high school.
Yeah.
When
Feels
you,
like
especially
it.
when you have a lot of other YouTuber friends and you all talk to each other and you have like these private conversations, the more and more that it happens, the more you're like, dude, this is just like fucking high school. What the fuck? And just like high school, you'll have problems where you'll be like, I don't like that guy. They're kind of a dick. And maybe you'll even like go off on them probably more than you should. And you make bad arguments probably more than you should. The difference is in high school, only a small amount of people will ever see it. But on YouTube, lots of people see it.
yeah.
Like thousands. So when you fuck up and you make a mistake, it's like it's not just like, oh, you made a mistake. It's like you made a mistake in front of like tens of thousands of people, and you're like, oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I done goofed. Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how to run your channel, but I think if you'd have just called him a gatekeeping spurg, I don't think there would have been a problem.
I should have done that.
You and your gatekeeping bullshit, you fucking jackass. Who are you to tell these people who they can and can't be when they can and can't join a group? Fuck you.
Basically.
I'm a
End
purist.
of stream,
Sit
bye
with
guys.
us.
Yeah, it doesn't
You
have
can't
to
sit
be.
with us. You're not part of the cool kids.
We wear pink on Wednesdays. You can't sit with
Oh.
us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it helps to have a
no,
bigger
not
tent anyway. Just let them the fuck in, even if they are just
Right.
attention whoring. Who gives a shit?
I still stand by that meme image that I made, though. I still think that meme image is fucking hilarious, and I'm super happy that I made it.
Which one is
Which
that?
one?
Which
I
one?
made one. I made one. It was a pillow fort, and teal deer is inside of it. And it says, "Must skepticism, no girls allowed."
That's actually my desktop right now. As soon as I
Is it
saw
really?
it, that's like desktop. Oh yes. As soon as I saw it, it went on my desktop.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know. It's
Beautiful.
fine. You know. Homeboy can think whatever he likes. It's okay. But I will say I did learn something very, very important. If I ever need to respond to somebody who does long form, argumentative, evidence based refutations, I will never live stream about them again. I will just make
No.
I will make an
Yeah.
actual video.
I'm watching entire.
I find it funny though. Even his written speech makes me want to gargle glass because it's more entertaining.
The thing is,
Really
like in the
finding that-
beginning,
No, normally I like him.
there was
Guys, I'm sorry I'm saying sorry.
Huh.
It's pretty mean, but you're all pussy, guys. It's not that hard. Come on. He doesn't speak that complicated.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
You're
No,
all
it's boring as fuck.
no.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I have more entertainment watching Win Ben Stein's money than that.
too many
voices.
Jesus
I don't mind Teal'c's videos. It's just when he starts harping on people, he starts sounding like
Yeah.
a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
That's the problem that's the biggest problem that I had. Like, because I was actually a huge fan of his for a really long time, but
Yeah, me too.
it was like the tone policing and the
Yeah.
what was the name of the one where he was like intellectualism versus ponage channels or something like that, and that's what made me
Yeah.
unsub. I was like, dude, that's no.
To me,
I will
like
say-
I started watching him when I just got out of because I was like an SJW sort of, and when I just got out of that sort of circle with that, I was so angry, and I started watching him, and that's why I really liked his videos because you know it was. But then I got to realize that I really do not agree with a lot of things he says.
He's a really smart guy. He's a super smart dude. He's a really smart guy.
I just wish he could communicate with human beings the same way he communicates with
ideas.
It would be better if he was better at explaining things to laymen and people that don't want to sit for 45 minutes on something you could have said in 5.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
That Dream is the first time I've actually finished one of his videos. I've never been able to sit through a full one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he does put his
mine. If you can say it in 5 words, like say it in 5 words, don't say it in 20.
Why? Style. Leave him alone. What do you care? Just watch.
It's the same reason why I can't read Stephen King novels. I love Stephen King, but he's so descriptive that it's too much sometimes.
It's like dancing around the actual points, and I don't know.
I love that's one of the reasons why I'll still read Stephen King short stories, but it's really, unless it's The Dark Tower, I can't read his novels anymore.
Right.
His short stories are amazing. He did this one about this guy on a deserted island, and he was running out of food. Anybody read that one?
I've never read any Stephen King anything like that.
It's written in the form of his diary as he's trying to survive, and it gets to a point where, and he has a bunch of heroin because he was smuggling heroin, where he basically has to start using heroin to amputate parts of his body to eat to stay alive. It's a really fucked up story, but it's a good one. It's a really good Stephen King story.
I was kind of hoping
you're better off just doing all the heroin and having a good time before you die.
I would say, or just overdosing. Just overdose.
Heroin doesn't sound like a good time.
I was kind of hoping it was going to go the other direction, where it was like he started talking to like a fucking volleyball, and then he decided that he was going to try to escape, and then he was going to be Tom Hanks. And
has sex with the volleyball, starts eating body parts.
Yeah, I'll say the heroin is what made the volleyball thing seem even more real.
Big Mike just wanted to say, hey, how was the Flag Hill vodka? It was amazing. I still have a little bit. I've been saving it. Just got home from baseball. Welcome home.
Yay.
Good to see you, Big Mike. He's a good dude. Yeah. I never get to see Big Mike in the Patreon streams, though. I think he's always busy. You got to get on one of these times, Mike. We'll figure it out.
I'm lucky if I get on anymore.
Yeah, why are you busy all the time?
Excuse me.
It's just
my antisocial self managed to get on too. Come on.
No. It's either I end up with prior obligations to be on other people's streams, or I'm working. Which used to be the reason I missed all the streams the first time you started doing this.
Yo.
Yeah, the last few have been when I was at work.
It's just social anxiety.
Yeah, I've just been trying to. I've been trying to organize them so get like the maximum amount of people in as possible, for sure. Not always the easiest. Sometimes
it's a good plan, though.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you got so many people on that one level.
Next one's at 3 a.m. on Memorial Day, bitches.
I'll be there.
I'm sorry. Stop saying to stop to me. Stop now.
Hey, Prince, I love you, but I'm never gonna stop.
Don't stop. Go away.
Sub to Prince, please.
Yeah, absolutely sub to Prince. Never let her say otherwise. Absolutely.
Trying to find.
I think I'm
sorry. Wait, Prince. Prince, I can't hear you right now.
Yeah.
What were you saying? I can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I won't do that ever again. I couldn't help myself.
Sorry, I had a malfunction with the button there for a second.
So for anybody who's watching out there, watching the live stream, If you refresh the page right now, you will find in the description box a link to Prince's channel. Go sub.
Yeah,
I love you so much.
That's right.
we even oppress you on your holidays.
That's right. Sub early, sub often.
I love it. It's
Now
good.
you have to make
This is
now you have to make content.
this
Oh,
is the
man.
crown.
I got a nefarious demology to memory like her VidCon party favors. I think I know what you're talking about. I think they came in. We are going to do a mailbag episode. I don't think we're going to do it tonight. We'll probably do it on Sunday. Because the reason, and I have to apologize to you guys too. I like to give a day in advance before I announce any hangouts or anything like that. But I got distracted yesterday with the kid's birthday and all that kind of stuff. He's 5 now. And
Oh my gosh, you got busy? Who'd have thunk it?
And my dad was in town, and I can't do it tomorrow because tomorrow I drive up to Seattle, and I'm going to be on the Drunken Peasants.
Awesome.
Yay.
Oh, that's
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think, what's up, Beast? You and Mems need to come back to Portland for a fucking drink. Ooh, that's true. We do. I'm really excited about it though because I have this really cool liquor case. It has like mixing stuff and there's room for like fifths. So I'm gonna get a couple of fifths of liquor, put it in there, and then one of the straps is just perfect. And I'm gonna stick Mr. Wiggles and take him with me
Yeah.
when I go up there. I don't know if he's gonna appear on the Drunken Peasants. He might. I might whip out my dildo in the middle of the
I
show.
don't know. He's a big star. You never know what he might have planned. He might have some.
He's
like,
actually
plans, so-
he's the actual reason why you have 50K.
Probably.
He's the brain behind it all.
I can
Sorry,
just see
the head.
it. Instead of being hot oil in a banana, it's going to be Mr. Wiggles in a bathrobe.
I was thinking maybe you should wear that big fur coat that you have, but then have Mr. Wiggles like on a chain around your neck. Maybe that's too
yeah. Don't
ostentatious,
mention
but
Like a
bananas.
medallion, like some
Yeah.
bling. Yeah.
if you can make it spin, that's even better.
Albert, like the top.
Oh my god, a spinner? Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah. I need a
Please,
dildo
definitely gotta
spinner
send you that.
necklace. That'd be great.
Thousands pimping right there.
Fuck, that's funny.
And the spinner is just made of interconnected dildos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
This exists now. I need to look for this.
I think you got an F5 again, Aaron.
you're
But yeah, it's gonna be hilarious. We'll see how the whole thing goes. Excited about it. And then I was gonna try and go with an extra day to be able to meet some of the YouTubers like Mr. Repsion and that sort of thing. But I think I'm gonna try and instead get them to all go and have brunch with me on Saturday.
That sounds fancy. Brunch.
Which is the perfect.
Yeah. I'm a fancy guy. I like my brunch. $5 for 5
Yeah.
Winter. Happy birthday to that little dude, and happy early Father's Day, Jeff, for the Manhattan Project. Thank you, buddy.
It's today?
Winter's birthday was yesterday.
Oh my god, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Oh.
You don't have to apologize. Why do you apologize?
Well, go give him a hug in my name, please.
Meanwhile, Prince on Twitter says that she's always the worst person in the entire world.
Yeah.
I am.
Constantly
I'll have to
saying
get these
how,
books sent off
constantly
soon.
telling us how bad of a person she is, but yet that.
I am trash.
No.
I'll have to get these books sent off soon because I've got a Goosebumps Volume 1 I was gonna send.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna start reading those to him soon.
And a tiny version of The Count of Monte Cristo. Kids
Oh.
version. It's real small.
Are they all midgets?
Not a picture, though.
They're all like Muppet babies.
Yeah, that'd be like the cutest version of the Count of Monte Cristo ever.
Yeah,
See, Tanuki,
The
that's the
Muppet Babies Count of Monte Cristo.
that'd be fantastic. Tell me you wouldn't buy tickets.
I mean,
They made an anime.
Kermit being the Count and killing Gonzo, absolutely.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so dildo spinner does not bring up a spinner. That's a dildo. It's not.
It brings up a
It
fidget.
brings
It
up
just
a-
brings up a fidget spinner.
No,
of
it
dildos.
literally brings up a dildo that you would shove inside somebody, and it has a handle that you can
Wait. That's a crank.
Oh, so it's like an organ grinder.
The 1920s version of a vibrator.
Yeah. It's like,
if it doesn't exist, I can at least make a dollar store version of it for you.
Yeah. It looks like an
That would
old
love the
mortar
old
and
crank.
pestle though.
Yeah.
That you could just take it and like put it in a thing and your grandma would confuse it for a mortar and pestle.
Well, that's what Grandma used to dig the well with, so to speak.
My
Put
mom
those
would take
ass
one
back in
look
her
at that and be like,
schnauz.
"Get this dope out of here."
So Badger was asking what's up with the V for Vendetta thing right here. I don't know where that came from. Somebody got that and brought it over to my house at some party years and years and years ago, and they left it. And I keep thinking like that would be really cool to use
I
that
had
in
one
a
a long
video.
time ago.
Using it to like make a joke or something, but I've just never used it. So I just have it. I don't know.
It was
I
probably
had one
your
a long
lawyer.
time ago from being a B-tard.
Yeah.
Style. I mean,
Okay.
ostensibly it's the same idea.
Are you wrestling that dog?
No, it's because there's a new dude living next door, and he has 2 dogs, and I have 2 dogs, and they're all idiots. So one starts barking, and the other starts barking, and it's fucking
They're
annoying.
trying to have a conversation,
In
man.
the morning.
Friends, I love
Trying
you.
to talk about their doggy problems.
They may
Reminds
not be
me of
idiots.
Utopia.
They may be communicating their own language on how to plot to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah, that's cats.
Hey, these humans are dicks, huh?
Nah, if her dogs wanted to do that, they just sit on her face while she slept.
Right.
Her name is Tere.
I had a dog that
She
did that.
fucking barks at her fucking reflection on that window. So no, she's too stupid.
That's pretty dumb.
She's so fucking bored.
That's pretty
That
dumb.
is a retarded dog.
She's not going to
Oh,
kill me.
wait. My mom used to have a blind pug.
Oh
And
Lord.
and he also a fun fact, he was named Stevie after Stevie Wonder. Anyways, that aside, we had in an old house we had a two-stall garage. And sometimes if he got really excited, he'd just like run around in circles. Well, he'd run out one stall and in the other, and he'd keep running around, and then one day he just changed directions and land right into the divider face first. Just slammed into it and then dropped like a bag of hammers.
Oh, that's
and,
brutal.
And he got treats the rest of the day.
Poor
I had a
bud.
black lab that didn't know how traction worked. So every time somebody would come in the kitchen door, he'd just slide across the tile into the door.
Aw. That's almost as funny as dogs right into glass doors.
Ugh, my poor. I have a toy poodle, and every time I put the screen door in, and I'll forget and I'll close the glass door. Well, I'll go to open the glass door to let him out to go to the bathroom. And he just runs face first into the screen door, and I'm just like, oh yeah, good job, buddy.
I mean, I
a
do
fact.
that sometimes.
I
He
mean,
forgets to open the screen door.
sometimes after you've had a couple
Run
of
through
drinks
the
and
glass?
not paying attention.
Yeah, dogs
So-
running in the glass doors is no longer funny after you have frickin' English Mastiff actually run through the glass.
Aw, poor pup.
Yeah, that'd be bad. I've never crashed through glass, but I did. I was a little drunk.
Little.
Little
Drunk.
Unsurprisingly. Yeah,
Little.
nobody's surprised.
Not
I was
quite
really
full-
excited though. I was
full-
really excited more than anything else. And I was like, I got the beer, and I'm running back to get people beer, and I just didn't even
Yeah.
think about it and
Go on.
hulked right through it.
Yep.
Yeah, when Jeff's excited, he's like a big puppy.
I am. Yeah, I get really excited and start hopping up and down and shit, and just yeah, it's crazy.
He humps legs.
Like one of those puppies that bites their own tail, yips, and then does it again.
He also humps people's legs and
Yeah,
puts them on the floor when he's
yeah,
excited.
his tail.
Oh Lord, no.
Hey!
Well, that's what pissed him
I came
off.
in on my own volition. You just have
Now,
to deal with it.
if you think he's that flexible, you think he'd be on YouTube?
Yes, I
He'd
do.
be on the
Oh. Maybe.
With the crankable dildo. He'd be on that too.
Yeah.
With the crankable dildo. It'd be a whole different channel.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it'd be the same channel. It'd just be a lot more views.
Yeah.
So, way over 50,000 subscribers at this point.
Oh yeah.
Will it blend?
Well, I mean, so far nobody's found my cam profile, so you don't know how big I am on the internet.
I found your Fat Life profile.
Well, now that you've said that, I gotta dip out of this hangout and do some research.
Jonathan Davis.
Research.
Oh.
Don't judge me.
I did have porn on the internet. I did have some published porn of me on the internet. This was
Paid for it?
fuck, like 17 years ago or something like that. It wasn't a lot. It was only like a couple of pictures.
Oh, back when it was filmed on a literal
I'm sure my
potato.
nudes are on base somewhere.
But I don't know.
Why?
I think I scrubbed them. I don't think they're around anymore.
I want to know why.
College
Why,
is
what?
expensive and $20 is $20.
What were you thinking?
Why?
I knew a
why,
girl who was stripping to get herself through veterinarian school. So.
why did I
That's
have
what they
nudes of
all
me
say.
on the internet?
What for?
My girlfriend at the time took them and she posted them a couple of places to brag and to show off and shit. And...
Talking about your gigantic dick or something?
No. Well, I mean, it was because of what I was wearing. She was into some really interesting things. That was a very
One that I
interesting.
think it is.
Why do
It
you?
wasn't
why do
the
you
cross-dressing thing. It wasn't the cross-dressing thing.
Okay.
Why are you always doing this thing where you just release a little bit of information at a time? Come on, spill it out. What were you wearing?
No, that's not
It
how.
was a gimp suit. It was a full gimp suit. He just doesn't want to.
Suddenly,
Prince,
Mims is just going to come in the background and be
was
like,
big
y'all
enough for
not.
traveling.
Prince,
Gimp
that's
suit
not how you
complete
build
with ball
tension.
gag.
What the fuck? I can't hear anything. You know.
That's not how
Too
you.
many voices.
That's not how you build the tension. You can't release all of it right away.
He was in one of those vacuum suits.
So what? A harness?
among other things. Among other things.
He was the one in the sex swing.
I wasn't in a swing. I wasn't in
A
a
scuba suit and a
These are not
tutu.
good for photography.
Was there a supply of oxygen involved?
No.
Did it require
That's a bit too
pulse
much.
No.
That's a bit too far.
Did it use 2-cycle?
The battery.
A 2-stroke engine, maybe.
There was like a
I'm
combustion
done.
engine and all kinds
Okay,
of shit
final
involved.
question. Is it legal in the country you were in or bordering at the time?
He had to be in international
And
waters.
yes.
Yes. Yes, it was legal.
It was a donkey show. He just want to say.
Oh, God.
I was really, I don't know what was crazy though about that, because that was my first girlfriend. I got together with her when I was 16, and
Damn.
yeah, and she was 22 at the time, so it was a little sketchy. I do think that I got a little bit taken advantage of, but there are pictures that were taken of me when I was 16. They're very inappropriate.
Yeah, we don't
when,
wanna find
Never mind. I don't want to find those.
but when we no,
Yeah.
they never made it onto the internet. But
That's good.
when it dawned on me like she could get in trouble for that, a
Yeah,
few
it's
years
technically
later,
child pornography.
I deleted them off her computer. I'm like, you can't have those. Like, you could go to jail for that. That would be bad.
I had to do that with my roommate and his ex-girlfriends. Like after he broke up with some of them a long time ago, I was like, dude, like those are
That's
from when they were
child porn.
16. You kind of have to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Like I understand you still know those people and they're of age now, but that doesn't matter.
But
They
you're
weren't
over the age of 18. That is technically child porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she what was kind of unfortunate though is she was really good at making music. She was really good at making electronic music. And this is like early internet kind of shit too. So it was old school. It was a DOS fucking program that she used to make this electronic music.
Like downloading techno off a LimeWire.
No, way before
That
even
old?
that. Way before even
Wow.
It's
that.
like MIDI
Okay.
music.
What was she doing?
Huh?
What
Basically
genre?
making videos.
She was doing like it was basically like a really crazy techno drum and bass sort of sound, and she put the microphone up when we were getting freaky, and I was 16, and she recorded the sounds that I made, and she turned
So you
those
got
into an electronic music song. And it was the coolest fucking thing I'd ever heard. I'm like, what the fuck? But I think it's long gone. I think it's lost. But
It's on some obscure NES video game.
I was not
I'm
in
so
the
bad
NES
right
video.
now.
Having weird thoughts right now. I'm having two thoughts. One is the 5-inch dong I sent you as Hugh Hefner with a little robe and whatnot.
Which wait,
and then
one that you already sent that I've already opened?
Yeah. That old man.
Old man. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, like Hugh Hefner.
I need to get a little robe for him.
And then the second thought in my head for some reason is you do very well in narrating short horror stories.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Like creepypastas?
Yeah, something like that.
I want to I do want to get, once VidCon's over and I can start working on different upgrades for the channel and things like that, I really want to get a good voiceover mic, because this one's great because it's USB and it's ease of use, but I want to get a really good setup, and then I can do like audio books and different audio tracks, alternative audio tracks for movies. I really want to do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Be great.
Hey guys, do you like those?
I do like
Like
that.
I haven't been there for a
fucking
really long
love
time, but I like it. I love scary stories overall. I love it.
There was a story just recently. It ended so badly for what it was. It was like a dude was outside this guy's window, and he was at his house alone. His girlfriend was coming home, and he ends up calling the police. The guy's gone, and he leaves because he hears the guy in his room. And when he comes back, the police are already there. And when he gets in his house, apparently the dude was a vampire the whole time. And everybody was like, this was the worst ending to such a good story. Yeah.
Hey, you can't have a winner every time.
It
My
was
favorite-
so good.
Another that you should probably read if you haven't read it on No Sleep is a dude that goes like IIA, just the 3 letters, IIA. He makes the most sick, disgusting, but like you want to keep on reading, but it's absolutely disgusting. He's amazing at describing the worst shit, the most vomitive, horrifying garbage. It's really great.
Yes. Fantastic.
He's on those.
Some of my
It's
favorite
really
creepypasta. Some of my favorite creepypastas are the video game related ones, like the Ben Drowned and stuff like that. Those are
Yeah. Are you guys? Are most of you guys in here fans of horror movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see one.
I'm a
Very much
snob.
so.
I'm a
I
snob when
want
it comes to horror
everybody
genre.
to watch Itch of the Killer.
Yeah.
Oh
We need.
my
I do.
fucking god, yes.
I still want to do a patrons
Just
movie
the
night
first one,
and
though.
watch Itchy the Killer with everybody. I really want to do that.
Fuck yes!
Yes.
Yes,
Wait,
that needs
what?
to happen.
That's a really good one.
There's a I probably shouldn't broadcast it too much, but whatever. I'll just say it anyway. There's a way to be able to watch movies together across the internet. I don't really want to go into detail on how it's done, but there's a very easy way that with just one simple click and like talking over Discord, we can all watch a movie together and
I think
be
there's
hanging
a
out.
Chrome extension for that, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, I use Rabbit to get people together and to broadcast it. You just have to find the right link that you're gonna play in Rabbit. That's all.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I got a question for everybody.
Ah.
And Red Royals is saying I should do an audio version of my book. I actually really do want to do that. That'd be fun.
Do it.
I have a friend who hasn't seen John Carpenter's The Thing.
What?
Oh my god.
No, she hasn't.
Ow!
I
I
haven't
don't
seen
know.
That's like a must to see.
But I don't know. And I'm like, it's so good. How haven't you seen it? And I realized she doesn't have any siblings that are really, because my sibling showed it to me. So
That should be
What was
the
it
one
called?
thing in Islam that should be worthy of stoning, is not seeing John Carpenter's The Thing.
mhm.
I can't stay much because there's a running joke on my channel about something I've not watched yet. So I can't say
Yeah,
much.
you lazy bastard. Watch it.
God damn it! Shut the fuck up.
That was what I was gonna
I
say.
haven't seen it though.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I don't
It's
think I have. Either.
Classic.
It's a movie
Well-
that actually really scares me. I don't know. It's even though there are like, 'cause some people laugh at practical effects, but I think they make
I
it
love
scary.
that. No.
And I think that practical effects make it scarier.
Yeah,
The practical effects are just amazing, and they stand up the test of time.
Yeah.
Because they look real because they are
Well,
real.
he's a
Better than
practical
CG,
effects
yeah.
snob. Like,
Yeah,
If
practical
you do practical effects right, they're better than CG.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
And the thing is like one of those movies that kind of defines how far you can take practical effects to a really effective way, you know. So I like it a lot. The reason why I mentioned horror movies though is because I have fallen in love with a horror movie that most people like. It slipped under the cracks for most people. It's called The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh, good God.
Huh.
And
I
it
keep
looks-
hearing you talking about this.
Like you hear about that and you're like, oh, like The Haunting in Connecticut or The Exorcism of Blank or
Yeah.
whatever, and it just sounds like, okay, I'm not really going to pay attention to it. This movie is really fucking good, like really good, really amazingly good. It stars Brian Cox, so it has a classically trained actor in it. It's a character-driven drama. It doesn't have to have a high body count, but it is creepy as fucking shit, dude. Oh, it's so good.
Subtle
I
light
don't
is
think there's
a
not a huge
misused
body
tool.
Yeah, try watching that while you're coming in and out of a drunken blackout.
The
I don't
autopsy.
get that far anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that for
That's how I
Too old
watched
for that
it.
now.
So I only remember vague parts of it.
It's the movie that I've been putting on to fall asleep to every night.
That's what teal deer videos are for.
Oh.
Oh, 5 minutes in. and you're
Aw.
already
Yeah, that's 2 minutes in the penalty box, pal. That's instigating.
Too bad. Too late. Hey, I'm an asshole. I put it in my Twitter profile, therefore it's true.
Yeah,
I'm just a regular Joe with a regular job.
Instigating would say teal deer videos makes you want to go on a wet diet.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of horror. Motherfucker, when are you going to play the game that I gave you?
Resident
Stop
Evil?
fucking around.
Okay.
Seven?
All right, I tell you what.
Resident Evil 7
She's
or
gonna break out the
Resident
lid
Resident Evil
next.
7, yeah. Resident Evil 7.
Nice.
How about we'll do
so
one
good.
of two things. We'll do one of two things tonight. Either we'll do movie night or I'll stream Resident Evil 7.
Do it.
Cool.
Do it.
I have
Sounds
watched
good.
several Let's Plays of 7. It looks absolutely beautiful.
I wish I could play it in
Oh, it
VR.
is fucking
It
awesome.
looks pants-shittingly awesome in VR.
yeah, because
Didn't,
we
It has
have
like
it
the
on-
right amount of atmosphere and the right amount of the jump scare. It's not just jump
Yeah.
scare heavy.
We
You
have
can
it on
definitely
the
tell
Xbox.
when you're playing it, it was made for VR. When you're playing it on just a regular screen, you don't get the full effect.
What
Yeah,
kind
But
of
it's
console?
still fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played it. My fiance and I played it on because we didn't have VR, and we just realized like the resolution of things, like the frame rate and stuff. No, the resolution. There we go. The resolution is quite shit when you don't play it in VR because
Yeah.
in VR, I don't know. It's a way more.
The only
It's
thing
not that important when you play
The only
in
thing
VR.
that bothers me about the VR in Resident Evil 7, the turning controls
Mhm.
are weird in the VR versus the regular. It's fluid in the regular console, but when you do the VR, it's like
Very
you're
shaky.
here, and now you're here,
Yeah.
and now you're here, and now you're here. Like it's very stuttered turning as opposed to fluid.
I've actually never tried on the VR ever, so
I watch Let's Play like a queer, so.
yeah.
You guys want to hear something funny? I've never played a Resident Evil game.
I haven't either.
I tried to play 4. I'm
I have
terrible.
never
at
played
four.
one. I've watched my
What was
fiance
wrong
play
with
them.
your childhood?
I tried to play 4.
I think
I
that
love
was like
Nemesis.
6
I
when
don't-
the first one came out, so that's what was wrong with my childhood.
I
don't
bought the
like-
first one Right, it
My
came
childhood
out.
was spent playing RTS and fighting games. So.
The thing is, like, I love to watch horror movies. I love to watch horror. I do not like to be a part of it. Therefore, I don't like playing horror games. I'd rather
I had a
watch
friend
someone
that
else
used to
play
call
it.
me all hours of the night. Fucking, she'd start playing Fatal Frame in the middle of the night and call me because she was too scared. I'm like, well, why do you keep playing it in the middle of the night?
So movie night tonight. Siberian film,
Yeah.
huh?
Oh, Serbian
Serbian film.
Siberian.
Well,
Serbian film.
I'm pretty deep into a little bit of The Shine, so I'm gonna mess up a few
God
words.
damn it, Tanuki. You had to go shine tonight.
Full Shine?
I can't help myself.
The Suburian film?
They always hate you.
Serbian film?
The Subaru film?
Okay, then, I guess Cannibal Holocaust is the one I can pronounce best right now.
Cannibal Holocaust. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
Cannibal
no,
Holocaust.
I
Any
don't
of that.
see it.
I
It's okay.
never want to watch that movie again.
I don't
Not
want to
because
watch.
it's not that it's a scary movie. It's just that like it's the
It's just
animals. It's the
Yeah.
animals bother me. You know.
Animals and kids.
Which
Animals and
one?
kids,
Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, the
Cannibal Holocaust.
oh yeah.
That one's fucking.
It's
that
banned
one's-
in a lot of countries just because of the live killing of animals. So.
Mm.
Yeah,
think I've
I
seen
mean,
that.
honestly, though, if you really want to see something like Cannibal Holocaust, that's honestly scarier. Just watch Green Inferno, Eli Roth's film. That thing was fucking great, dude.
Eli Roth don't fucking.
Was it? I just heard like negative things from like it's like scary and brutal, but it's really I don't know the script is bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're not watching it for the story.
No, that's what I meant. Like, and I have a fiance who's watching movies for that sole reason. She's like, "Yeah, this is really bad. I don't like it." Yeah,
Right.
So
So me and Memory are going to be because Blair is going to be around LA for VidCon, but she's not going to VidCon, so she's not staying in the suite with me and Mems like was originally planned. So the person who's taken her spot is Adam from Your Movie Sucks.
No kidding.
Oh,
I've been binge watching his shit all week.
He's so good, and he's such a nice guy too. But I keep having these conversations with him where he's like, I didn't like this movie, and I'm like, I loved it. That's why I can't review movies, man. I'm really easily impressed. I can't do it.
I feel like I love going to like FYE and fucking Walmart and buying like the really fucking cheapo movies.
Yeah.
And buy like I hate to say it, but Evil Bomb, as terrible as it is, I get a sick sense of pleasure out of it. No, okay, correction. I get a sick sense of pleasure showing it to other people.
Sure. I mean, I liked Prometheus. I
liked Prometheus too.
I know.
Yeah.
But, like,
He was okay.
but if you
Wasn't the
enjoy
worst.
Prometheus, I don't think you're allowed to actually be. I don't think you're allowed to review movies if you liked Prometheus. I don't think you can. I think they take your review card.
Nah, fuck
Prometheus
that
was
shit.
just weird. It was a good.
No.
I liked the movie. It was just weird.
You lose.
It
your,
left a
your
lot of
reviewing
potholes.
privileges. You lose your reviewing privileges if you like the new Power Rangers.
Oh, I didn't even try to watch it.
I didn't
Because
I haven't
just
watched
like,
it either.
even if you have never watched Power Rangers before, have no idea what going into it, it's just so bad. It's just so goddamn bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going near
But
that.
it did make me want a Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
is it worse?
Oh yeah,
Saw those
absolutely.
movies. That movie was really good.
It's like this makes me think of a movie
haven't
that's
seen it
actually
yet.
good. Oh, Pacific Rim, yeah.
I will say, as much as I did like Prometheus, I watched a cam copy of Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
I heard it
And-
sucks.
That movie is crap. That is a bad movie. It is not
Is
a good
it?
movie.
Oh,
Fucking terrible.
that makes me
So
sad.
bad.
No, I've seen worse films.
Oh, I know. I've seen.
I mean,
Yeah, like
if you
Assassin's
watched
Creed.
Battleship, if you watched Battleship, you've basically seen.
See, and my
Every
mom
movie
loves that movie so much.
I love that
too,
movie.
but
I love
it's
that movie.
so bad.
I love that movie so much.
so
My
bad.
mom
See,
loves
everything's subjective. Like I think
the first time they bring out the fucking USS Alabama and the old like
the old guys are just like
the Michael Bay scene, you know, and like the sun is starting to rise and there's the old men like all up on the deck, like I'm like
fiction about Alien Covenant? Really?
Thank God. No. That was Battleship.
I know, but I'm saying you cried at that basically and got a little glassy eyed and you got pissy at Alien Covenant.
I did.
But Rihanna
the
said
Alien
that,
Covenant is just it's an average movie. It's like a 5 out of 10.
Which one?
Alien Covenant.
Yeah, well, the problem with a lot of these movies when they're supposed to be big blockbusters and then they're not good is because your expectations are set so high. This is a movie that was supposed to fix Prometheus. Everybody was blaming Daniel Lindelof, or whatever his name is, Lindelof, for the problems with Prometheus. So he didn't have anything to do with Covenant. Then you find out, like, actually, no, it's because Ridley Scott is really fucking old. And he's not. He's not. He doesn't have it anymore.
He's like George Lucas now.
They need to stop milking franchises and just start making actual movies.
But,
you know, if they passed it on to somebody who was really passionate about the project, it would be fine.
I think that the biggest sin of any movie nowadays is to be mediocre, because good movies will always have an audience. Bad movie have an audience. If you have a movie that is just mediocre, it's just made to sell tickets or toys or some other kind of like cynical business move. That's like the worst.
Somebody's gonna buy it, but not everybody.
Well, that's one of the biggest problems about these remakes is that they're just made so that they can make some more money off of an existing property.
Well, I guess there's like a cult following for the movie
Consumerism has gotten smart since the days of cartoons for toys' sake. So
I mean, there was amazing IPs that came out of that.
Yeah, I mean, like, keep that alive. Make more
cartoons.
cartoons, make toys. But like, when you start using major blockbuster films with their sole purpose is to sell a Star Wars toy, for example, and you're going to skimp on writing and do a whole lot for marketing and PR, like that's just you're wasting
the Transformers
time.
franchise.
God,
X Tiger, who's a buddy of mine, has been
does like
with me for forever. He said, I enjoyed the prequels more than these new Star Wars flicks, and the prequels were shit, objectively shit. And I agree. I feel the same way. I don't like the new Star Wars movies. I haven't.
I did like Rogue One better than the
Force Awakens.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, in comparison, if I took Rogue One and compared it to the third movie and the prequels, I would say Rogue One was objectively better.
It was objectively better, but like at least and that's exactly. Oh my God, fucking cigarettes. That's the same thing that you were saying though, El Presidente, is like mediocrity versus a bad movie. So the prequels were bad, but you'll remember them because they were bad.
Yeah.
Kind of like Evil Bong.
It helped that they had Star Wars in the name.
Force Awakens was, and then Rogue One was cool, but I fell asleep in the theater watching it. I was just like, I don't care.
Favorite part of Rogue One was seeing Darth Vader.
Yeah,
that was really badass.
Aww,
it was like a glimpse into the
last 5
series
minutes
you get
of the
to
movie
see
was the
how
best.
badass he really is.
Yeah.
Oh man! And speaking of falling asleep in theaters, a buddy of mine, he went to see King Arthur: Legend of the Sword.
Oh,
it was bad.
I heard it was bad. I didn't see it.
It was meh. But the reason I bring it up is because he fell asleep during it, and he woke up while the credits were playing, and they were playing a song called "Assassin's Breath." And the thing about that is the song is basically 80% heavy breathing. So he woke up to like
that would be concerning to wake up.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm not back in Boy Scouts. What the fuck is this?
Kagam Madua says, fuck you, I like the new Star Wars movies. And that's fine, man. Like I think the acting, the direction, and the design of Rogue One was really good, and it should have really blown me away. It really should have. I think I'm weary of it because of a lot of factors. I'm weary of blockbusters. I love Marvel comics, and I'm bored with comic book movies. I mean, Guardians 2 was great.
For real.
It was Guardians 2 was good. Sometimes I think some jokes came in a bit.
Nah. But it was good.
Yeah,
It wasn't as good as the first one, though.
You know, well, it's different. It's very different.
I didn't like
the same thing. I'm kind of cringing a little bit for Deadpool 2. So.
Yeah, but I didn't like the music in the second one. They went way back and they went to the 70s with that music, and I'm guessing it's because this was more focused around, no spoilers, it was just more focused around, Star-Lord's dad instead of being about him, and so it wasn't the 80s, it was the 70s music, and I was like, but the jokes were cute, and Baby
it was
Groot
more
was
focused
cute.
around the decade where he showed
without spoiling anything for people who hasn't seen it. One thing that sold me was actually the ending, because it got like way better the longer the longer in it got. So
it was stronger at the end.
Yeah.
I'm confused though, because a lot of people were saying that Adam Warlock was supposed to be his dad.
No.
Like, I think that was like a huge thing. They were talking about that at one point on some of the stuff I was reading. That was supposed to be his dad, but then whenever you get, I don't know if everybody's seen it, but when you get to the trailer,
Adam Warlock was supposed to be his dad in this one or in the comic books?
No, well,
in the comic books, they alluded to it maybe.
At first, a long time ago, they alluded to who is Star-Lord's dad. There was rumors that there was a connection to Adam Warlock, and then it ended up being the king of the Spartax Empire.
Yeah.
It alluded to him being somehow related to a wandering celestial. And then in the movie, they changed it to Ego. And Ego is not supposed to be a celestial. He's just he's an insane planet thing person,
But Adam Warlock is in the credits at the end. Like, you see that, so I'm wondering, are they still going to tie him in to?
Well, they did.
Probably not to Star-Lord, but I think they're going to bring him in for either Guardians
Infinity War
3 or
Because
Infinity.
I did notice with Marvel that they tend to not mention something if it's not going to show up. So.
Yeah. I was just
mention Howard the Duck, so.
Yeah.
Please, can we not do that again?
Gird your loins.
Get another Howard.
I'll be right back.
As far as like hero movies go, I liked Logan.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so good.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was very much toward like
Logan made me almost cry twice.
It made me cry.
It's amazing you can do the movie when you hire a writer.
Yeah, and you actually make it an appropriate rating.
Like, you hire a writer and you say you have to keep this a self-contained story. It's amazing what they can actually do with character development and dialogue.
Oh my god.
When you're just like, oh, okay, we have 80 years of shit that you can draw references from, but you can't actually create new canon.
See, I think the problem with modern day films is they write for sequels. They write to set up sequels. It's like, just write a good story.
It's written by committee.
They write to set up sequels, and half the time, like, they'll end up with a sequel, but then nobody goes to fucking see it.
It's written by, it's a combination of the people who are doing the marketing and the people who are doing the sales. Like, those two.
It has nothing to
people
do
are
with
in the writing
the
process,
artistry of the film itself.
Yeah, that's why the movies are, for the most part, mediocre. Like, they just end up being at the helm. Like, the director has to kind of play, the guy who's going to create the interest for the person who's watching it.
So I end up watching like random shit on Netflix by people that nobody's ever heard of most of the time.
Yeah, I go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I also do that with like.
We were saying that CGI was going to be the crutch that every movie was going to lean on once the CGI became cheaper.
A lot do.
Well, it's just nostalgia and properties. They just use nostalgia and properties to get that initial interest out of 100 million people. And then the rest of it is supposed to come from all the other pieces that come together. Like, look at the most recent Ghostbusters movie, right? Like, look at this Baywatch movie.
The Ghostbusters movie wasn't the absolute worst, but as far as being a Ghostbusters movie, it was kind of like this.
I guess it was
mostly a Ghostbusters movie.
I guess it was mostly like the reactions and publicity around it, how people.
They tried to shoehorn in too many references.
The Ghostbusters movie is not the true sequel. The true sequel is actually the video game they made. That one was the true sequel. The Ghostbusters, I can go on for hours how much I hated that piece of shit.
Well, like, and here's the thing.
A
like,
lot of people can.
If that movie had a different name attached to it, nobody would have bitched.
It probably would have been fine.
if it didn't mention Ghostbusters, if it was like, you know,
if it was just a
different movie altogether,
chicks fighting
no
ghosts.
problem.
Well, like,
Or maybe just Ghostbusters 2017, something else than only.
No, don't tie it to the franchise. Don't tie it to the franchise. Have its own thing.
It veered a little too far from what
They
the
knew
first
it-
movie was, what the
Yeah.
video game was, and what the cartoon was.
Yeah, and they had to know it was gonna bomb because I work in retail. They gave us the toys to put on the shelves 4 months in advance.
Really?
And they had them out on the shelf 2 months before the movie ever came out.
And then
Yeah,
we were in
that
clearance the
retail
day
before
after the movie came out.
Well, that was what I was
they
seeing. Is
literally-
like,
Not at
They
Walmart.
literally counted on their toys to make up for the profit they lost in the theaters.
Yeah.
and like,
Oh, they lost even more profit when they made the game for it.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh,
made
that
a
game
game
was
for
shit.
this movie?
Yeah.
They made a
It
game
was-
for
it
the
was
most recent one.
There was Sanctum of Slime, and there was Sanctum of Slime 2 that was actually based off of the new movie, and it tanked hard.
I knew
Yeah,
I should have
it
drank the
sucked.
bleach. I should have drank the bleach.
So I've got a question. Who else on May 4th bought the giant Star Wars pack off Steam?
Not me, because
I
I'm
was
a broke
broke.
motherfucker.
It
More
was a
broke than
$60
I was broke.
$60 pack. You get like 20 something games. It's stupid. It was amazing.
I can do that
What
for
was this?
free.
On Steam on May the 4th, they had like a Star Wars bundle. It was like a
Oh, yeah. I already owned all of them. I was so bummed. I was like, fuck, there's nothing for me to buy.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't own any of
how
them,
old those
so I
games
bought
are,
it,
I
and I
can
was like-
probably find them for free.
I don't know. We should go look for the first Knights of the Old Republic, and it was still, I think, like $30 or $40 on Steam the other day, and I was like, "That's ridiculous!"
Crazy.
Because I bought that back on the original Xbox in like.
I got it pretty
People are
cheap because
still
there
long
was
ago.
there was a Star Wars like 50% off sale on Steam like maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, and I got it from there for
What?
like I said on the 4th. It was crazy. I got all the games for like $60. So
There's a lot of really good games in there,
Nice.
too. A lot.
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter is my all-time favorite. Besides
the-
KOTOR.
Shit, what am I fucking naming that? God damn it, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm uploading right now. The render just finished. I went to go pee and I noticed it was down. I'm like, oh, upload while we're hanging out. But the absolute fucking best space combat sim that has anything to do with Star Wars is no joke was the MMO Star Wars Galaxies. So
Oh yes,
fucking
jump to light
incredible.
speed.
Yeah, and there's an emulator that has the entire full game all the way up until it ended. So it has all the ships. The jump to light speed totally works perfectly fine. I've been fucking around with it. I love it. It's so
That's
good.
aggressive.
So,
Oh, I love jump to light speed. That's the only reason why I went back to it.
yep.
But it was so short.
Somebody just asked in the chat, why does Jeff's camera quality look like shoe on heads now?
Because
Oh,
it's already
loading in and out.
potato.
Suddenly,
I
Jeff
did a
has
potato.
a potato. Yeah.
Potatoed a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
funny.
you're a little.
he's uploading his Spanish language instructional video.
Yeah, it's actually
That might
probably
be
that it is
upload.
uploading.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be the upload. I noticed my shit does that when I upload.
Wow. Why would you make a video that has to do with Spanish? What could it be?
What could it be? It's all about burritos.
Oh,
Big burrito.
Tacos and burritos?
I need to make a hot wing
Yeah.
burrito someday.
No,
Talk
it's not a
about-
Oh
burrito.
like
my
burrito
God,
truck,
that sounds
son.
amazing.
Damn it. It's
Oh,
not a
young
burrito. It's a burrito.
The taco truck in the next town over.
I have a question for you
Like,
though. I have a
bangers.
question for you though, Prince. What are there actually like burritos in Argentina?
Yeah, but they are considered Mexican food.
They're considered
Yeah, you're
Mexican. Okay. Because
It
burritos.
is specifically Mexican.
Uh,
Sorry,
my
sorry.
buddy just
Actually,
got to
that's-
my house, so have a good one, everyone.
Take it easy.
So the origin of burritos is Mesoamerican cultures would wrap things into corn tortillas quite a bit for a really long time. But that's not what a burrito is. Burrito is a flour tortilla. The first instances that they found of them making the modern burrito were in northern Mexico and southern United States at the same time. The same exact time. And the big fat fucking burritos are known as mission burritos because those were invented in San Francisco. So the modern burrito has nothing to fucking do with Mexico. Like nothing. Nothing to do with Mexico.
I've noticed a difference
America
in chimichangas.
has an official cuisine. Fuck all
I've
right.
noticed a difference in chimichangas. There's like two style of chimichanga depending on which fucking restaurant I go to. There's like the small version of the chimichanga, and then there's the big fat one that I was told is supposed to be like the California version of the chimichanga.
Yep. Yep.
Which
it's
I guess that's a thing.
Yeah,
like the go-to example is pizza, right? Because like in the United States, we have like 66 varieties of pizza.
Yeah.
In Italy, it's just like, what the fuck are you people doing?
You got Chinese pizza, you got Italian pizza, you have like 30 different kinds of American pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, you should see Sweden's pizza.
You come up here to New England where we have like 4 different kinds of pizza, and here in Connecticut we'll argue for days on what is like the best kind of pizza.
There's a regional pizza.
Because we have New Haven pizza and then New York City.
And then we have Detroit style, which is fucking awesome.
Like, yeah, it's like these tiny regions have their own style of pizza.
In Sweden, we have pizzas with pineapple on them.
Yeah.
We also have.
Sorry. Wait.
We also have the like pizzas with kebab and French fries on them.
Yeah, we commit heresy too
You can
here.
put anything on a fucking pizza.
They're really good though. They're super good. Like really, really thin.
French fries sounds awesome.
What if you put poutine on a pizza?
Oh, God.
I want to try
It's poutine.
Since we're ruining shit, I'll throw some cigars on there too. Like,
Jeff, while you lived in Louisiana, have you ever been to Johnny's?
Oh yeah, of
The
course.
pizza.
You kidding?
God,
So
that is the one thing that I miss next to Cane's and Jack in the Box and everything else that exists in Louisiana that doesn't exist here.
I
But
miss Cane's.
Johnny's is like
My cousin
heart.
lived in an area in Louisiana near Lake Charles, I think it was.
Lake Charles is a pretty crazy place.
yeah.
Yeah, he had some times.
That's
Yep.
pretty much you go to Louisiana and you have some times.
He was in Lake Charles, and he had a house party one time where some kids showed up that he didn't know, and they threatened him, and he ended up shooting them. And he got off on a self-defense charge.
Oh shit!
But because they were like Bloods or Crips or something like that,
They got
he
the
had to
gang charge
leave
with it.
Louisiana. Basically, the judge advised that he leave the state.
oh wow.
Gang members, time to get out of this state.
He didn't give a shit because he had already lived in Enfield in Connecticut, which that you can get a crackhead breaking into your house at any given time in Enfield, and then he also was in the army for a little bit. So like that was shooting some dude that was threatening him was nothing.
Right.
But they told him to get the fuck out of the state, to which I was like, a judge said that to you?
maybe you should then.
That is so funny.
He did, like immediately.
Generally, when a judge tells you that, it's either that or be in prison the rest of your life.
How do you know you fucked up? When
Well,
a
my
judge
mom back
tells
in
you
the
to run.
70s got off on a possession charge that way. She was like, I'm moving out of state next week anyway. And they're like, all right, we'll just nolly it. Fuck it.
That's cool.
Well,
That's
that was
handy.
in Kentucky in the 70s. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Like middle of nowhere, Kentucky. That town's underwater now.
So is Louisiana, like 70% of the time.
A lot of it, yeah.
All
Yeah.
of it just goes underwater.
It was always really funny when I was living down there because the streets would flood and people were like, oh, I can't get to the store, and I'd come walking out, I'd get in my little piece of shit car and just fucking tear off and be driving down the street. We were like, oh, how do you
around
do
here
that?
kind of frequently.
All you have to do, it's really simple. All you have to do, don't stop.
Don't stop. No.
Don't stop.
Never stop.
Do not stop or you get taken by the current.
If you don't stop, you'll be fine. Everything is going to be
like the people in my hometown flooded when I was really little. We're all a bunch of rednecks. So what do? We pull out our fucking boats and canoes, and we're going down Main Street in a fucking flat bottom boat.
Yeah, fuck it.
I had a dream like that one.
There was 2 foot of water in Main Street. This guy with a 40-horse motor and a flat bottom.
We don't get anything like that around here, but we get a couple inches of flooding every time it rains because I live like right near a river. So.
Should ask McGog if that happens.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is I'm making the thumb.
Oh, I saw that earlier.
I'm making the thumb for my video.
I saw that. Is that another one of your exploitable, photoshoppable?
I thought that'd be pretty good, you know.
That's
I don't know. It's eye catching, you know.
That's cultural appropriation. Watch out, MTV will come after you.
Good, I hope they do.
Yeah.
I had to get on Facebook after Cinco de Mayo and tell some people some shit about the poncho real quick.
Did you?
So today,
Oh, it's not fucking Mexican.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't it
May-
Peruvian?
so
It's
I got
in Chile.
5 of May. So you are free to celebrate.
First
I have
person ever to wear a poncho was Clint Eastwood.
A friend of mine is very PC and such, and she told me that, yeah, because I have like 2 piercings like in my forehead, so she just like, yeah, but you have those because you like believe in Hinduism and stuff like that, right? And I was like, sure.
Sure, why not? We'll go
Yeah,
with that.
sure.
I feel you there. My best friend's like a full-blown SJW.
I think I pretty much separated myself from them. Back whenever I was in like my tiny feminism, like it was like a 3 or 4 month streak where I decided to try out feminism. I got added to a group of local girls that were all feminists. And I was totally cool until one girl that had added me put the picture of the girl that takes the tape and puts it over her lips and is like, oh, look at me, I've got white people lips. And I was like, that's kind of racist. And she's like, no, that's not racist. She's black. And I was like, no, that's really racist. Like, that's disgusting. And then she saw a picture of girls with dreads, and she's like, I hope they get fucking alopecia. And I was like, that's gross to wish that on somebody. Like, why? Because that's
I knew
racist.
white girls with dreads back in the day.
Badger's asking, how old do people think Kevin Logan is? What do you guys think?
27.
I don't even know who is.
Well, for one, Badger, I miss talking to you, bud. You're awesome. 2, I think he's old enough that he still looks like a child molester.
Okay.
I'd say about 38.
What am I missing?
I would say like in his mid-30s, maybe.
He's let me pull up a picture for you.
He doesn't
Sorry,
look
I
like
just
white in his 30s.
don't like him in
I
any way,
stay
shape, or
detached
form.
from most things, otherwise I'll go crazy.
Mid-30s, but though I do have a roomie and he's 26 and he looks like 37, so I don't really know.
Well, I have a bad time guessing ages with people because I'm about to be 29 next month and I don't look like it. So
Yeah, you don't look 29.
Yeah.
So this is
It gets me underestimate, like you.
this is Kevin Logan right here.
Just the picture I was guessing from.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to guess that Kevin Logan is probably 28. I think he's 28.
I'd say late 20s, early 30s.
I'm 28.
I'm 28 now, and I don't look that stupid.
Oh, I'm 25 and
I don't go out in the sunlight, so.
Yeah.
I got an advantage.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
go.
have
I'm gonna go with 28. I'm gonna go with 28.
Let's see.
30.
Yeah,
Kevin's kind of an okay guy. I mean,
My god! I looked up his age and it said fat.
Oh no!
On his wiki page, on the drug license page, it just says
so mean.
fat.
No.
Oh, dude.
I love Brett Keen's page. Brett Keen's page is the best.
I
feel bad for
but
me.
it just says fat.
Feel so bad for me, guys. I have some extra weight. Feel bad for me.
And this is his picture on there.
Apparently the official. Oh, that's good. That's funny. Apparently his actual age is 29. So I was pretty close.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty close.
We're in the
Now I can old man shame and be like, "You're a young buck. You don't know what you're doing."
He's literally
I can pull the
29.
You're gonna have to ask them because Jeff, this is the Drunken Podcast page, so you'll have to go ask them about that. Why is Paige?
They don't control it. They don't control it.
How old is
They don't control it. That's fan controlled.
Yeah,
fan controlled. Okay.
I can tell you exactly how TJ is gonna answer. He's gonna be like, "Cause he's fat." No. Thanks.
Oh well, thanks for the explanation.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean,
and then there'll be like, because it's so funny. Scotty's not super short, but TJ is so big that when Scotty's next to him, TJ, like Scotty, even though he's like about the same height as me, maybe like an inch shorter, he seems super small. So like, he'll be like, "Cause he's fat," and Scotty will be like, "Yeah, fuck that guy."
TJ's like over 6 foot, right?
He's
What TJ?
He's like 6'5" or something like that.
No, he's 6'6". He said on Sargon's stream last time he was on.
But it's not because it's not just that he's 6'6". It's that he is 6'6" and he's just built like a big dude.
He's a Viking. He's a fucking Viking.
He is. He's a big
Like
guy.
he looks like he could ruin somebody's life, but he would never fight anybody.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
He'd be like, "I'm gonna fuck you up, but I need to get my cigarette first." Cigarette.
He doesn't have the cardio.
Oh, sorry.
I don't
I'm
have
really
the
looking
cardio
forward
either.
to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Jeff, if they get drunk, apparently according to Ben, TJ and Scotty get stuck in places like you can't get them to move.
Oh, I know.
Hey Jeff, are you guys gonna wear body cams when you walk in?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any recording. I'm just gonna be like following. I'm gonna be following their format. The format will be interesting.
Steel Panther.
I'm excited.
Steel Panther format.
That means you got to have TJ.
Jeff, I didn't do it this time. I didn't fucking do it this time.
Yeah, but you see what you did. You started.
Okay. I'll take responsibility for starting it.
This means you got to have TJ on YouTube Saints.
Oh god!
Oh, she's got a corpse paint on.
There we go.
But
got the corpse paint going.
By the way, I can tell you for a fact they're not going to be going to VidCon. They're actually going to be in like London and Europe during the summer.
Amsterdam. They're going specifically to Amsterdam, and then they're going to go to London for a meetup afterwards. But yeah, I heard about that. When I got to meet them in Portland.
When are people coming to Sweden? God damn it!
Nobody ever wants to go to Sweden.
You're too tough.
I don't want to get raped.
You're too tough.
Too many brown people. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't really want to get raped. So
We kind of like not getting blown up.
I heard Steel Panther's having a tour.
I've already been sexually assaulted.
I live in a really small town of Sweden. I live in a really small town of Sweden.
You made Jeff leave.
Okay,
You made him know.
Patreon
I live in a
hangout.
very.
How is everybody?
All right, it's our stream now. Everybody, guys. Hashtag cummies. Hashtag
Build
cummies.
that shit.
Did we kick Jeff by accident?
Fucking spam the chat. Just make him say cummies forever.
Oh no.
He fucking hates it. Cummies is Jeff's moist.
Moist.
I live in a very small town of Sweden, so it's like when something happens here, people remembers it for years. So it's like, ooh, a guy stabbed a guy, and like that happens that happened.
It's kind of like that here too.
It's like it happened like a couple of years ago. There was a shooting, but then it's never happened, and people are still talking about the neighborhood that I live in.
Here,
That
like,
it's like
No, we aren't talking about it anymore.
Well, here's the question. I wonder how does Sweden go from being badass Vikings kicking Russia's ass to being cucked by motherfucking Muslims? How does that happen?
Yes.
Porn balls.
I don't know.
when you lose people to kill.
Like where I live, it is.
Russia hacked them.
The thing is, like, it isn't really bad here. Like, as
I would assume the small towns and stuff probably aren't as affected. It's probably the more metropolitan areas.
I mean, it's, and I guess, I don't know.
Holy fuck! Jeff got Jonathan Davis on his hangout.
I would assume that people that move into the small towns are probably more likely to want to.
He's gone again.
And he's gone again. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Did you guys do the cummies?
Yes, they've been doing it. I was gonna tell them, don't look at the fucking chat.
You're all gonna die.
Don't give me any offensive power.
Jeff, love you, buddy.
Don't look at the chat.
Love you.
Don't look at the chat.
I see the chat.
Sorry, not sorry.
Like the thing is, like I neighborhood where I live is like it's very
if you get
diverse.
If you get to become friends with me at any given point, that kind of torture is normal.
Yeah, but I do that to Jeff on all of his channels, though.
I kind of
like I said earlier.
To be honest, I kind of do this to myself. Like, there will be times where I'm like, you know, if I do or say blank, it doesn't really matter what it is. I know that somebody's going to take it grossly out of context and make like really terrible memes, and I'll never hear the end of it. I'm going to do it. Let's do it right now. Let's go. And I just get really excited.
I am the first person to do that. As soon as anybody said, I want this done, I'm like, yep, here you go.
Hey, speaking of memes, you see that photo that freaking Shannon from Label Lunacy had of Steve Shire, where it looks like he was freaking the fuck out?
Has he blocked
that
me?
face?
Oh.
I am still not blocked by
maybe.
Steve
I'm still not blocked.
I'm not blocked.
I am still not
You're not blocked by Shives yet?
No,
I am
blocked.
convinced.
No, I'm blocked.
I'm convinced it has nothing to do with who you follow, because I follow literally everyone he hates.
I don't think
I wasn't. I haven't checked lately, but I wasn't blocked when I made my latest meme.
Yeah, I'm like no one on Twitter. Like I'm barely.
I don't really make
It's
much
not
waves, so
about-
I generally try to be nice.
It's not about who you are on Twitter. It's who you are as a person.
Well, but Christy blocked me.
Honestly, it's like by chance, but at the same
I don't
time,
think I have any
by Big Shives, and also when we started doing the fucking hidden colors thing,
Which we need to do it again.
fucking Tariq blocked us. Like he didn't even post
He did. He did. I also, Prince, I really want to organize it, to do another Hidden Colors stream before the end of the month. And the reason I want to do it that way is because since Super Chat happened and we've been doing Hidden Colors, I like to split the Super Chat up, you know, and I paid out the last time. You wouldn't let me pay you for some weird reason.
No.
But because of the way YouTube does the cycling thing, if we do it at the end of the month, then that means then the other people who are in on it don't only have to wait like 20 days, and then like I can dump it out into their account. So
nice.
Okay. Whenever you wanna, just remember, you know, after like what? 6.
I have this suspicion that Prince is the one Argentinian that doesn't like money.
I know. Well, you know,
you can't even give her a compliment.
Prince is a very magical and special person.
What in the fuck? Shut up!
I know, and she's so.
Everyone should go sub to Prince.
Kiss my ass.
I'm down with the fucking straight up.
Prince is like one of the
black
cutest people
metalcore
I know. She's so adorable.
Sparkles.
Although she does like it when you draw pictures of her. Apparently, she really likes that crappy drawing I did of her.
Oh yeah.
I did a drawing, and she's like, "You got to do Jeff now." And it's been like 2 months. I'm still working on your drawing, Jeff.
Aw, I'm looking forward to it. I love it.
It looks vaguely.
I haven't dared to draw Jeff or any like YouTube celebrity because I'm like, what if it doesn't look like? What if it looks like shit?
A proper picture of memory so I can finish the fucking corn thing I started.
Do this one.
Or she's not doing a thing.
Yes. Here. Stand up one more time. Stand up one more time. I am so. Did it turn out good?
Yeah. So here's the front.
Look
and
at my
it's like
god.
you can't tell the edges so much, and then on the back it's
Jeff,
just
you
like
should
fluff,
present
but
that
it
makeup
turned out
thumbnail.
really good. I was really, and I wore this to the Chinese restaurant today, and I realized it once I got inside, so I just took my purse and was like,
oh my god, my shitload
Why?
that thing everywhere.
I want to wear it everywhere, but at the same time, I'm like, people are gonna start looking at me like.
I have a shirt. I have a shirt that says "all that and dim sum," and I have worn that to Chinese restaurants, not thinking about it. Oh shit! Oh dear! Oh my! How good!
I have Japanese kanji tattooed right in the center of my chest.
Yo.
Somebody's doing a lot of stuff.
Yo.
I have Japanese kanji tattooed right in the center of my chest. I walked into a liquor store next town over, just middle of nowhere. Happened to be owned by Japanese people.
Oh damn!
Really? We got.
And they look at my chest
Indians
and they
over
say
here.
to me, "Why do you have demon tattooed on your chest?" And I just go, "Oh fuck."
You have wait. Do you have demon or do you have evil? Do you have Akuma or
Akuma Yahweh?
Yep.
Yao. Yeah, it's Yao.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I did some research. I made sure that's what it fucking said.
Right.
Before I got it on my goddamn chest.
Me and my first girlfriend, we both at the time I really liked anime. At the time, but I started learning
I
about.
still do.
I started
I still
learning
do.
a lot
I'm
of
just not a huge
Japanese.
weeb anymore.
Yeah, I'm not really a weeb anymore, but I'll watch like a couple things here and there.
I wasn't.
I'm not gonna give the correct definition of a weeb again.
I still like J-Rock.
I'm no otaku.
There's some real good like satanic Japanese death metal that people don't know about. That
Red Royals says I've worn the "fuck your feelings" shirt out a couple of times, and the looks I get are always amusing. I bet that's fantastic. That's
Oh, I didn't know that was a shirt. Holy fuck.
That's me in a shirt.
I love that. I'm very happy with that one.
Yeah.
But the so we knew a little bit of Japanese, especially because of the types of anime that we would watch, and we were in this supermarket, and there's this group of Japanese exchange students that are shopping, and then while we're walking by, we hear one of them. We don't really know exactly what they said, but they said vampire and I don't remember what vampire is in Japanese anymore. I can't remember what it was, but they said it, and she and I both heard it and looked at each other, and she started laughing, and I went, "Blah, blah." They got so fucking embarrassed, so embarrassed. They're like, "Oh shit!" and they fucking ran out.
Well, people don't expect you to know the language here in the US. So.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Like blame Vampire Hunter D, man. I watched that shit all the time back in the day.
Oh yeah.
That's such a good
I
one.
used to own that. I had it on DVD.
One time that my
The second one
conversation
wasn't that great though.
Came in handy.
I like Bloodlust. Bloodlust's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
show.
I can't wait for the Castlevania for Netflix though.
So
oh
hey,
my god, yeah.
Oh yeah. It looks really beautiful.
It looks great.
it really does. It really does.
Oh,
So,
you get me? That's what you heard?
which one?
You get Suki? That's what you heard?
You got Suki? I don't know if it is.
You got Suki.
Vampire. That's what you heard?
Kikutsuki.
You got Suki.
That's the word for vampire.
Shiki, isn't it? Shiki?
Shiki?
That might have been it.
Shiki, I think might be the slang.
Yeah, because I heard that word a lot when I watched the.
It's hard. It's hard to hear over dance chips.
Sponsor.
I'm not
I mean,
so what we're gonna do is to everybody who's out there watching live, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. Appreciate you. Love you. We're gonna go offline, and if you guys are interested, who's hanging out with me here, I have my video done and uploaded. I have to preview watch it before I hit the publish button. Do you guys want to do it with me?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like 16 minutes long, and if it's all good, then I'll hit the publish button, so all of you watching out there will be able to see it in like 16 minutes or so. So,
I bet all.
bye everybody.
See you later, folks.
See ya. Bye, everybody.